children, welcome to mathematics class. Today we are going to learn about Euclid division lemma. So this is a 10th class syllabus, first chapter, real numbers. The first, let us learn the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What the fundamental theorem of arithmetic says: every composite number can be expressed or factorized as product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order which the prime factors occur. Let us see an example. See 36, that can be expressed as 4 into 9 or 6 into 6 or 12 into 3, whatever the way it may be. Finally we will get 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. The order may be different. So from this we observe that every composite number can be expressed as factorized as product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order which the prime factors occur. So let us see next topic, that is Euclid division lemma. Have you seen that man? The great man is Euclid. We have learned about him in the class 9. Now let us see Euclid division lemma. Lemma is nothing but similar to a theorem. You know what is theorem. So it says that given two positive numbers a and b, there exists a unique integer q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r, that is r is remainder, 0 is less than, r is less than b. That is, the integer q is the quotient and the integer r is the remainder. The quotient and the remainder are unique. Have you observed this picture? 48, this is dividend, 5 divisor, 9 quotient, that is 5 9 is 45, plus 3, that is remainder 3. So this is a equal to bq plus r form. Let us say finding the HCF of two numbers 272 and 420. What is the way to find the HCF using the Euclid division lemma? Here you can see a is equal to bq plus r form. First let us we can observe that 420 is greater than 272. So first let us say the first step. 420 is equal to 272 into 1 plus 148. Once again, if you take the divisor, that is 272, and if you divide with the remainder, that is 148, into 1 time plus another remainder, will get 124. Once again you take the divisor 148 and divide with 124 multiplied by 1, the remainder is 24. Once again that means the divisor 124 is equals to remainder 24 into 5 times plus 4. Final step, that is 24 is equal to 4 into 6, the remainder is 0. Hence we conclude that HCF of 270 and 420 is 4. That is the HCF means highest common factor. That is the number which divides both. Next topic. So let us take an example. Rahul is emptying 2 water tanks that are filled with water using a jug. The water tanks have capacities of 420 liters and 130 liters. What is the maximum capacity of the jug? He should be used to that water remains, no water remains in the tanks. Have you seen that pictures? Both tanks are there. One is 420 liters and is 130 liters. Let us solve it out. See that the solution. The capacities of two tanks are 420 liters and 130 liters. To find the maximum capacity of the jug, we need to find the HCF of 420 and 130. That is, this is application of HCF in the real life. So let us apply the Euclid division lemma, calculate HCF of these numbers. First let us take the big number 420, that is equal to 130 into 3 times plus remainder is 30. 130 is equal to 30 into 4 times 120, the remainder is 10. So finally 30 is equal to 10 3 ja 30 plus remainder is 0. Hence you can say that the remainder is 0. That means you can say that the HCF of 420 and 130 is 10. So the maximum capacity of the jug which can be used to empty the 2 tanks is 10 liters. Next, another example is there. See the picture. See the from that. Have you read that problem? See. So the cube form of any number. So that what will be the cube form of any number? That will be the problem. So we have to use Euclid division lemma to find the remainders. So if we express the cube of any positive number, it will be in the form of 9q plus r. Then we can solve the problem easily. We will then have to find what is the value of r can be taken. So let n be the any positive number. Note that when we divide it by 3, we get the remainders 0, 1 or 2. Thus n can be written as n equal to 3q or n equal to 3q plus 1 or n equal to 3q plus 2. Let us consider each case separately. Case 1. In case 1, you might have observed from the picture, if r equal to 0, that is remainder equal to 0, that is a equal to 3q plus r, that is 3q plus 0, a is equal to 3q. Cubing on both sides. That means if you cube on both sides, a cube is equal to 3q whole cube, that is 27q cube. So if you separate, that means if you take 9 out, that is a cube is equal to 9 times of 3q cube. That is if you write 3q cube as m, you can say 9 multiplied by m. So a cube is equal to 9 multiplied by m. Similarly, if you take r is equal to 1, our equation becomes 3q plus 1. That is cubing on both sides. That is a plus b whole cube form. A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. If you divide like that, it will be 27q cube plus 1 plus 9q into 3q plus 1. That means once again, if you take, arrange it in order, and if you take 9 outside of it, that is 9 into 3q cube plus 3q square plus q plus 1. That is, if you take entire thing 3q cube plus 3q square plus q as m, you can say that 9m plus 1. A cube is equal to 9m plus 1. Similarly, if you take r equal to 2 and do the same procedure, we can find that if you take 9 out and the remainder, it will be in the form of a cube equal to 9m plus 8, where m is equal to 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q. Hence we conclude that cube of any positive integer is in the form of 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So that's all for today. So try all these problems from your textbook. If there is any doubt, comment, write me in the comment section. Like my videos, comment and subscribe to my videos. Yours, Lanka Raghavendra. Thank you.